Years ago, 3 superstar DJs fell to earth. Their only goal was to save the world one set at a time. Now, they've joined forces to become the defenders of Radio 1's residency. They are Chucky, louder than a sonic boom. Heidi, deeper than the infinity of space and time. But this week it's Kutski, defender of the hardest beats, champion of the decks, a valiant, courageous fighter against the evil forces of anything under 140 beats per minute.
Легенда BBC Radio 1. Лучший диджей и продюсер Великобритании Kutski.
Yes, welcome to the residency. This week with myself, Kutski, bringing you all the hardest beats around for the next 2 hours. Text lines are open on 81199. Hit us up on Facebook, the BBC Radio 1 Facebook group, at BBC R1 on Twitter. And have we got a big show lined up for you tonight? It's going to be massive. But first, let's get straight into them beats. It's Kutski Radio 1.
It's The Residency on BBC Radio 1.
Yes, many thanks to Annie for the past 2 hours. It's the first time I've come on after Annie, you know, on rotation and stuff. It's normally Grimmy, isn't it? But of course, he gets to start his new very important job, doesn't he, on Monday? Doing the breakfast show. I'm starting to wonder, you know, I think if they got that time slot and moved into the breakfast show, you know, who do you think next? You're thinking a bit of hardstyle there? And we've got a foot in the door as well, because, you know, Grimmy, he was a supporter, wasn't he? You know, he was down for the cause. He'd always play a few, you know, rave tracks. I think we've got a foot in the door there. Better gab with your breakfast. So make sure you tune in to Grimmy's first show.
Oh my God.
Coming this Monday. It's going to be big. And you can see me supporting the cause if you go to the Radio 1 Facebook page now. You can see me supporting Team Grimmy, and I'm not sure how you quite described me face on it. It wasn't one of the better photos, was it? You might want to go and have a look at that. But anyway, you're in tune to the residency right now. Just to give you a little bit of a heads up what the show's about. 3 DJs on rotation, and we all specialise in our own little corner of dance music. Heidi was on last week, Chucky's up next week, but right now it's time for the hard stuff with myself, Kutski, and what a show we've got lined up for you this week. Hard dance, hard style. We've got some hardcore in the mix with Northampton's finest Gammer, the hardest record in the world, and this week's resident Devon K from Holland. If you haven't gathered, things are going to get big, it's going to get hard. It's Kutski, the residency.
Kutski's beats, scarier than a bat out of hell.
Okay, let's get some shouts on the go. Big up to the Twitter crew, been in touch. At BBCR1, shout to Nate, wants to big up the Adelaide crew. Shout to Ben, who says can't wait for Gamma later. Trust me, this mix is big. Shout to Ash. And shout to the Nightcrawlers. Big up Brian, says he's keeping the rave alive, as well as Luke, having a bed rave, the music's that good. And also shout to Carl MC Storm. I see you on Twitter, mate. Text line 81199. Big up to Dave on the South Coast. Looking forward to the next 2 hours of rave music. Shout to the Hodder family, having it large in Somerset. And of course the Facebook crew. Vicky in Sheffield. Shout to Andrew. Gabs in Derby. Big up Matthew. Big communication already, and we've only just taken over the airwaves. Track you've just heard, new one from South Wales, DJ Argy, much loved on the scene. And crossing over some water now, this one in the background entitled Warriors from Antolini and Montorsi, new style of hard music that they're calling hard progression, something a little bit different. Get in touch with us on the text 81199, we want to hear from you, it's Kutski Radio 1.
DJ Kutski. Yours.
Yeah, really feeling this new hard progression sound from Luca Antolini and Andrea Montorsi, two big players in the Italian hard trance sound. So just to give you a bit of a review of what's coming up on the show tonight, because we've got the hardest record in the world, and I always have a bit of fun and kind of say, maybe it wasn't hard enough and stuff. No one is going to be arguing with me this week. Trust me, absolutely no one is going to say that it isn't the hardest record in the world. I think producer Joe said he listened to it 3 times now, and he said he never wants to hear it again in his life. And he normally likes these tunes. So that's the type of damage that we're doing with it. It's going to be big.
Could you guys please stop scratching?
Radio 1.
Right, time to get back into the mix now. Some of the fun and bouncy hardstyle vibes that surround at the moment. We're kicking things off on a reverse bass tip. Remix of a classic from Legend B, Lost in Love. And this is a remix from DJ MKN from South Wales. Kyle, 19-year-old producer doing some amazing stuff. Really feeling his vibe at the moment. I think he's going to be a big player in the scene in the years to come. Definitely one to watch out for, and especially if he's coming up with little bootlegs like this, doing the damage out on the dance floor. And amongst all the amazing features we've got lined up, we've got tracks from Tuneboy, Lady Faith, Brennan Hart, The Pitcher, Audiofreq, we've got Zatox, Randy, the list goes on. Well, let's get straight back into the music. It's Kutski on the residency. The finest dance music you can hear anywhere in the world on BBC Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1's residency.
We can go wherever we want to. Seek a place they'll never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world. Leave our reality far behind.
Residency with Kutski.
Right, next up, it's time for the feature that we call the Residents Association. What we do every week on the Residency, we shine the spotlight on a resident DJ from a club anywhere around the world. And this week, I'm joined on the phone from the Netherlands by Devin K. How's it going, sir?
Hey, yeah, really good, thanks.
So you're a DJ, obviously, from Holland, and you play hardstyle. How long have you been DJing for now?
I started DJing at the end of '99, so I'm almost a DJ for 13 years now.
So that's a long time to, kind of really earn your stripes on the scene. And you've become a resident DJ for one of the most amazing clubs that I've ever been to in Nijmegen in Holland, called The Matrix.
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did you become a resident DJ there?
I started as service employee in the club, and after a few years, in 2007, I got the chance to do a warming up set at Emporium Festival, also from The Matrix. This set went very well, so that was the moment that I became resident DJ.
And as I mentioned at the start, I played for the club at the first time this February, and I knew it was going to be an amazing club, but I wasn't quite prepared for, how big and incredible a venue it actually is. For anybody that's never been to Matrix, can you describe what it's like inside?
Matrix is one of the leading clubs of Holland. They have been voted for best club of Holland several times. The Matrix is like a small house party. Only the best DJs, MCs, amazing LED walls, laser shows, good intro shows, and nice stuff. So it's really great.
And as a resident DJ, what sort of DJs have you warmed up for over the years?
Only the best again, but DJs like Headhunters, Randy, Wildstyle, Sani, and you, Kutski.
Excellent stuff. And what would you say the best thing about being a resident DJ is?
Yeah, the best thing. Yeah, the people, the visitors, the club, the staff. It feels like your home, And playing in the best club of Holland, it's an honor every time again,
And now you're going to play us a track that represents the sound of Matrix and what it's all about. What track have you got for us?
Yeah, we have the Accelerator Anthem. It's a track made by Randy and MC Villain, and it's called X. So it's an Accelerator Anthem.
Devin K, welcome to the Residents Association.
Yeah, really thanks for having me in your radio program, and see you next time, hopefully.
Residents Association.
Life is like a path we all have to walk. I choose to live it in the fast lane. Is the name.
Residents Association.
Like a bullet in the brain. I'm living life in the fast lane. I'm a mean machine, like a heavyweight freight train. I'm living life in the fast lane. Fast lane, fast lane, fast lane, fast lane, fast lane, fast lane, fast lane. is the name. Life is like a path we all have to walk. But if you ask me, I choose to live it in the fast lane. Is the name.
Randy and Villain with X, representing the sounds of Matrix in Nijmegen, Holland. And that's the track selected by this week's resident, Devon K, who's now joined the Residents Association. Big respect.
Hello.
Radio 1.
Okay, one more before we get into this week's hardest record that is going in tough this time, trust me. So we're going to go for something uplifting first. Luca Antolini, The Race, Steve Hill and Technikal on the remix.
Kutski on Radio 1.
Radio 1 residency with myself, Kutski. And we're going big on the shouts this week. Social networks going crazy. Big shout to Sue Hale, says Radio 1 and Kutski is smashing it up. Shout to Michael, who says the show's making him want to go out. The whole time, it's the weekend almost. One more day. Shout to Mike, Sarah, Carl, Gabby, Danny, John and Louise. I think I got them all in there. They were saying no to sleep because they're loving the tunes. Shout to the Facebook crew, Megan, Emily in Indiana and Jason in Wales. And then of course the trusty text messages on 81199. Shout to Sean, who says first time listening, what a banging show. Big up mates, glad to see you join us. Shout to Ali in Bedford, loving the tunes. Gib and Charlie in Fort William. And Phil, who says bring on the hardcore. Trust me mate, you're not going to have to wait long. Tune in to the residency, 3 DJs on weekly rotation. You've got Heidi playing all the cool minimal techie vibes that's going on with it. You've got Chucky playing all the cool house. And then you've got me. And I play music that's hard. And this is going to be no more proved than in the next track. It's like normally I kind of tease the hardest record and I kind of go, oh yeah, maybe I could have done harder, I'm going to have to try harder next time. There's no trying harder next time. This is definitively the hardest record in the world. Trust me. So what I want you to do is text me in on the text line 81199 and let me know 3 words that you think describe this track. Okay, are you ready? This is Angerfist with Promqueen, and this is the hardest record in the world right now.
Yes, Kutski. This is the hardest record in the world right now.
Yes, we're going in this hard and fast. 3 words on the text, 81199. 3 words to describe it. Go. I did tell you I wasn't messing around this week. Angerfist with Promqueen, and that's the Tricked remix. That is just crazy intense. Some of the texts have come in on 81199. Blowing my mind. Dirty, dirty, dirty. God have mercy. Ear bleedingly hard. Absolutely hot, hot. That's from Joe in Rotherham. Head smashing heavy. Hardcore radio mental. Screwface rewind. And they go on and on. Of course, Angerfist being one of the leading players in the Gabba scene out in Holland. Currently on tour out in America, believe it or not. He's just played a gig in Hawaii. And it's like many of the people that went to the show out there, they weren't even into dance music. They were into, like, you know, death metal with this sort of stuff. So if you're feeling this vibe, make sure you check out Dan P. Carter's rock show, Mondays 12 till 2 a.m. You know, if you can handle this, I think you can handle anything.
Ready to groove. Radio 1.
Kutski plays hard dance and hardcore.
To catch me breath.
Late. The fact I'm running late. The fact I'm running late. The fact I'm running late.
Right, after that intense 5 minutes, we're just going to, you know, chill out for a little bit while we listen to some raw style in the mix. Never thought you'd hear anyone say that before, did you? Gammer still to come on the show at the top of the hour, but now we're going to go straight into the mix. Big fans of this track on the show. We've got a brand new Brennan Hart and Code Black raw mix.
Shake your house like a earthquake.
It's Brennan Hart running late, and you're in tune to the residency on Radio 1.
Kutski on Radio 1.
We began tonight with breaking news about a large boom and the ground shaking.
And no one knows what it is.
It actually felt like an earthquake.
K-U-T-S-K-I, Kutski, Radio 1, wind up your waist.
Madagascar out of Trance, and this is the Audiofreq DJ tool. Damage on the dance floors, guaranteed. Shout to Cameron, who said he was loving the Lady Faith track that we dropped earlier in the show. Don't forget, if you've ever missed any of the tracks and you just want to listen to the awesome show again, that it is, get online and you can listen again after the fact, as well as see what we're playing live. It should be scrolling up on the Radio 1 homepage. Technology at its finest. Coming up in about 1 minute's time, we've got Gammer in the mix.
On BBC Radio 1.
Yes, you're in tune to Kutski on the Residency BBC Radio 1, and we've been teasing this throughout the show, and we've got him on the phone right now. The DJ for this week's guest mix, DJ Gammer. How's it going, mate?
Hey, how's it going? You alright?
Yeah, all good, mate. Right, so kind of the multi-award winning hardcore DJ, we were just trying to go through it in the studio and work out which awards you actually have and which ones have kind of, been over the years. And I'll run it down right. We've got Best DJ for how many years now in the Hardcore War Awards?
4 years in a row.
4 years in a row, right. We've got Best Track with Darren Styles, was it this year?
Yes, that was the year just gone, yeah.
And what else am I missing? There's more, isn't there?
I think I've won... That's me just pulling at my blinds to have a look at my choice.
you know you're in a good position anyway when you have to go and have a look at the awards to see how many of them you've won. So just to kind of round that up, we are talking to one of the leaders in the UK hardcore scene. But for anyone that doesn't know anything about hardcore, can you kind of describe your style of music and what you're all about?
Fast, feel good, energetic music, and that's why I like it.
And you run a record label that, is putting out a lot of the big tunes on the scene called Muffin Music. And this isn't just a standard record label, is it? Kind of by the name Muffin Music, people might guess that it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Do you want to tell us about the label and especially about the artwork?
Mostly I do Essential Platinum with DJ Dougal, which is one of the longest running hardcore labels, but Muffin Music's my own personal project for putting out whatever. And that was literally started off the idea that I can design my own 12-inch record sleeves and put them out. So, on the first one I went all bright pink and yellow. On another one where I did a track called To the Moon and Back with Gordon Wizkid, I had a picture of us in a spaceship singing to each other, and yeah, it's just fun, really. Excellent stuff. And as we're speaking of kind of, tongue-in-cheek thing, there's a lot of stuff that's going on Twitter at the moment about DJ Gammer's beard. We want to know, how important is that to, the success of you? Listen, I'm proud of a lot of things in my life. I'm proud of all the ravers who supported me. I'm proud of my wife who supported me. I'm proud of my daughter, but nothing makes me prouder than the scruff of my beard. I'm nothing without that beard. Not a damn thing. I owe everything to my beard. I owe everything to its slight gingerness and scruffiness, and the fact that when I get up in the morning I can just kind of stroke it for comfort and thought, and it's just a big part of me. I think it's a bigger part of me than me these days. So there we go, the secret to success, if anybody's looking to break into the hardcore scene, it's the beard. Grow a beard. So anyway, Gammer, what have you got coming up in the mix for us tonight? Got some brand new exclusive tracks. I've got one I did with Darren Styles that's been doing a lot of damage recently called Paranoia, which is kind of taken a lot of this kind of dubsteppy-esque housey influence that's going on. I've got a brand new one with Club Villa where we're taking a lot of inspiration from actually the sort of 80s feel-good tracks as well as some Daft Punk. Got my brand new track with DJ Dougal, Knight in Shining Armour. Girl who wrote and sang that is called Hannah Faulkner. Absolutely amazingly talented. And then just the usual quick mixing, keeping the energy up. Hopefully something for people who are into the music and people who may not have heard it before.
Excellent stuff. This is DJ Gammer in the mix on BBC Radio 1.
It's the guest mix on BBC Radio 1's Residency. Radio 1's Residency.
reach a place so far away, no man's land, but I know you can hear me, so bring me down, 'cause I am missing.
mix on BBC Radio 1's Residency.
Big respect to Gammer, just joined us on the phone and gave us some insight on that wonderful beard of his. So it got us thinking in the studio. There's a lot of DJs that kind of have a gimmick to it. So, you know, Deadmau5 has got the head, Angerfist's got his mask, Gammer's got his beard, DJ Smurf from Newcastle, he's got a whole load of things. I saw him once, he came to the gig on a bike dressed as The Undertaker and played a set dressed... And you'd think, oh, it must have been some kind of themed event. No, everybody else was just there with like jeans and t-shirt on. Smurf's there like The Undertaker. So what would yours be? I'm thinking, because I haven't really got a gimmick, so I need to think of one as well. Let me know if you can think of something cool. Maybe I could add it to my repertoire. 81199 on the text. At BBC R1 on Twitter. And BBC Radio 1 on Facebook. Hit us up. What would your gimmick for DJing be? I want to know.
Radio 1's Residency.
Late night, I've been thinking of you when you're on my mind. Late night, I've been thinking of you when I'm staring at the light. Late night, I've been thinking of you when you're on my mind. Late night, I've been thinking of you when I'm staring at the light. Late night, I've been thinking of you when you're on my mind. Late night, I've been thinking of you when I'm staring at the light.
thinking of you when I'm staring at the light. Late night, I've been thinking of you when you're on my mind. Late night, I've been thinking of you when I'm staring at the light.
Deny. You got me so high I cannot feel the fire. And you keep telling me that you'll be sweet, and you never wanna leave my side, as long as I don't break these promises. And I still feel oh so wasted on myself. Promises, and I still feel oh so wasted on myself.
It's the guest mix on BBC Radio 1's Residency.
Start this one over again. Wait a minute. I got to start this one over again.
Yes, it's Kutski, BBC Radio 1, and you're in tune to the residency right now. We're in the thick of the guest mix this week with DJ Gammer representing the sounds of UK hardcore, the bearded hardcore warrior. As we were discussing with him on the phone earlier, where his power in hardcore comes from, the beard. And I want to know, what else you think that, if you were a DJ, what would you have as your big gimmick that you could do? And we've had some brilliant ones come through on Facebook, text and Twitter. Big shout to Day, who says that he'd wear a morph suit. Quite like the idea of that. James said he'd dress up as Bungle from Rainbow. Ezra says dragon eye contact lenses. Now that's a cool one, that, isn't it? We've got Washington, who says a Stormtrooper helmet. There was a hardcore DJ called Stormtrooper, Alex. He used to do stuff a few years back. I haven't heard from him for a while. Maybe we should revive his career and get him to wear a helmet as well. Big up, Alex, if you're listening. Get back involved, mate. Shout to Alex, I like this one, who says he'd turn up his decks upside down at every gig and call himself DJ Topsy Turvy. And then Chris says, I hear you like your retro gaming, Kutski. How about doing a set dressed as Mega Man? Don't tempt me, because I would be tempted to do that if I could find one, because I don't know if they're doing my size. But I don't think it'd do me credibility any good. I've got a nice one to end on from Lewis, who says, no need for gimmicks, just need skills like you, Kutski. Feeling the love, man, feeling the love. As we go back into the mix, sounds of Gammer on BBC Radio 1.
Guest mix on BBC Radio 1's residency. Yeah.
Came here to party, everybody's feeling fine. Let me see the signs and throw your hands up in the sky. I see the flashing lights and I'm feeling that alive. I think it's going off tonight, I need to see a hype. Dance floor, music, hardcore exclusive. The art form, we do this, you're tuned in, it's too big. I feel the vibe improving, people keep on moving. Won't stop until we show the world exactly how we do this.
Here it is, touching down. Come on. Woo! Innovation makes the crowds go wild. Trees dropping the bass, we bring the house down. Worldwide spreading to your city or town. The place is here, the time is now.
Track in the background now, Dougal and Gammer featuring Hannah Faulkner, Knight in Shining Armour. This is a massive tune out on the UK hardcore scene at the moment. All the big DJs all over this one. Big up to Hannah, she's tuned in. Massive vocal on this.
take it all, but never give. Was it just another keepsake? I wish you'd see the error of your ways. And I thought you were my knight in shining armor, but you were just a fool, wrapped in tinfoil. And I thought you were my knight in shining armor, but you were just a fool, wrapped in tinfoil.
BBC Radio 1's residency.
Can't control, it gets to me. I'm frightened by the change inside my soul. It goes through me. I wish you could have seen me as before. Don't need no heartbreak, not anymore. I wish you could have seen me as before. It's never too late.
1's residency.
Yes, you've just been in tune to Gammer in the Mix, BBC Radio 1 UK hardcore style. And man, has there been a lot of love for him. Shout to Kay in Newcastle. Says love in this mix, especially the Nero bootleg. Also, lots of love on Facebook. Shout to Laura, Nathan in Las Vegas, Marianne in Edinburgh, Ben, Mark, Craig, Sam, Andrew, all love in the mix. Big stuff. If you missed any of it and you want to catch it again, make sure you get online on the BBC Radio 1 website where you can catch the track list and listen again for the next 7 days.
Didn't wanna make you cry. Sorry for all the things I've done. Didn't wanna say goodbye.
Radio 1. Kutski.
Fat. Say.
Enter the time machine.
Yes, and we're going back in with the hard stuff now. Gammer's ticked all the boxes on the UK hardcore front, so I'm not even going to go there this week. It's time for me to lay it down straight from the European scene, or as we like to call it over here, the sounds of Gammer. And kicking things off in this mix, the biggest tune for me in this style of music over the summer, Re-Enter the Time Machine from Mad Dog. Amnesis on the remix. It's Kutski going hardcore on Radio 1. Still to come on the show, we've got the real rave mix at the end, winding back to some true old school classics. Chucky's going to be passing through to drop us a track, and Toddler T's coming up at 2 a.m, but now we go in for the hard stuff.
Of the future. Nightmare. Re-enter the time machine. Hardcore history returns to the holy grounds forever.
You've got their top, you've got their top, you've got their top, I've got their souls.
Look at me! The time machine.
Turn the volume up and
it out the truck now.
Stop!
DJ, listen to me, baby. Baby. Turn the volume up and bang it out the truck now.
Upon you. Tied by sound.
Kutski, Radio
1. The past years, it gave us sonic gold, visual euphoria, extraordinary memories. With envious eyes, the world witnessed an evolution of pure conviction. Syndicate. Masters originate. We are the race of hardcore. Enter the state of syndicate. sound.
Yeah, we're going in with the hard stuff now, pulling no punches. Back to the sounds of the White Masked Warriors, Angerfist. And he calls this one Buckle Up and Kill. Nice name for a track. And before that you heard Master Elite, Tied by Sound. That was the Syndicate anthem. Of course, out in Holland, every time there's a big festival, they write an anthem to go along with that. Syndicate being a big hardcore one. So you're going to hear that many of the big hardcore raves out in Europe.
I'm gonna put you in the ground.
Before that you heard Tommy Knocker and the Wishmaster with Supernatural. Really feeling that tune. I didn't realise, I've just been schooled by producer Joe, Katy Perry vocal on that. Who knew? Tommy Knocker, a secret Katy Perry fan. Still to come in the mix, 3 Steps Ahead, Drop It, classic on the remix.
I'll swallow your soul.
DJ, listen, whatever it takes to make it hardcore. Drop it.
Let's get some more shouts on the go. We're going to go to the text first on 81199. Shout to Matt in Manchester. Shout to the Burton Ravers. Loving the show tonight. Shout to Alistair and James on the west coast of Scotland. Says Kutski, you're the man. Cheers, guys. Shout to the Twitter crew. To Stuart, Chris and Lucas. But now we're going back in for the hard beats. Tommy Knocker and Stun Guys remix of this Dutch classic, 3 Steps Ahead, Drop It. It's Kutski on BBC Radio 1's Residency, coming up at 2 a.m. Toddler T's going to be in the house. And for everyone that's just tuned into the show, you're in tune to Radio 1's Residency. 3 DJs on weekly rotation. And this week you've had the blistering hardcore beats of myself, Kutski. Last week in the hot seat, even. It's getting late, lose me words. We had Heidi, laying down some of the minimal techno vibes. And coming up next week, we've got Chucky.
BBC Radio 1's Residency with Chucky.
And he's kindly dropped us a tune to represent his sound and what he's all about and what the Resident's going to be about next week. And this is the track he's got for us. So we joined in the studio now by the next DJ taking over the airwaves at 2 a.m, Mr. Toddle T. How's it going, mate?
Got scare. How we doing, dog?
All good, mate. All good. What's new in your world? What you been up to?
New haircut.
Yeah, new haircut. You're looking sharp, mate. Looking sharp.
This week.
I feel underdressed with the shirt as well.
I know. Well, this is just a fluke. But
you're going out after this?
Yeah, I know. It feels like it's 4 o'clock. I've had a fantastic summer. I've seen you sparsely. I'm sure you flying around. Last time I seen you, we were going to some mental festival in Holland, right?
Yeah. That was Dominator. That was good. That was
it good?
We were talking about that. Yeah. Intense. Yeah. It's like imagine the hardest record on loop for like 12 hours.
Brilliant. I mean, fantastic.
So, my ears were ringing a little bit the next day, but it was worth it.
That's you all day, though, Kutski, man. You can handle that more than anyone.
Yeah. You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So what's coming up on the show anyway this week?
Tonight we have Terror Danger picking his favourite reggae dancehall records. We're going to play some brand new music by the likes of Kanye West. And at the end of the show, we do a feature called Tea in the Dark, where the listeners pick the tunes. Tonight's all about the big bass drops.
Okay, last of the shouts on the text. Shout to Adam in the car and Charlie in Bicester. Shout to the Twitter crew. Joanne loving the thumping tunes as always, mate. Big up. Shout to Alex, David, Liam, Vicky, Maddie and Kristen, listening all the way out in California. Big shout to everyone who got in touch with the show. Appreciate all the love as always. And also a big thanks to Gammer for that amazing guest mix and Devon K for dropping us that track to represent the sound of Matrix in Holland on the Resonance Association. And we have tried our best to get Gammer's beard trending on Twitter. I don't think we've quite got it trending worldwide. There's a good few pages going on. A lot of love for Gammer's beard. If you missed any of the show, as always, you can check it on the iPlayer for the next 7 days. Listen again, check the track listing, see what we played. And on the residency next week, it's going to be Chucky. I'm going to be back in 3 weeks, and I think I'm going to be spending them 3 weeks trying to find the hardest record that's going to top Angerfist. Really don't know what I'm going to do with that, so... Anyway, hope you enjoyed the beats. Thanks for tuning in, thanks for staying up with me. And don't even think about going to bed yet, because coming up next, Toddler T in the house.
Hey, Kutski, let's take it back to the old school.
BBC Radio 1's residency, Kutski, Chucky and Heidi on rotation.